What's up, guys? How y'all doing? This is Dominique, aka That Therapist. For those of you that don't know me, I am the lead clinician and CEO for a group practice known as Yellowbird Counseling. What do we do? What is that? What do y'all do at Yellowbird Counseling? What does that mean for me? And all that. Well, our normal day-to-day activities include providing individual, couples, family, marriage, therapy, or counseling. Like you come and talk to us in the states of Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Jersey, and Idaho. Soon with more states to come, but that's where we're at right now. And you come talk to us. And I feel like I really need to explain that because people legitimately, when I say therapy, do therapy, or mention words like depression and stuff, like I was telling y'all last week, folks really, it's like you're speaking Greek to them still. So I'm like, oh, still so long to go, still so far to go, but it's okay. I'm going to keep doing it. It's my job. I'm a mental health advocate. So that leads to my next point. What do we do here on Thursday evenings, usually around 8 p.m.-ish Central Standard Time, 9 p.m.-ish Eastern, 6 p.m.-ish Mountain, and 7 p.m.-ish Mountain, and 6 p.m.-ish Pacific Day. So all that, we're here and we discuss topics that the general population can relate to and tie it back to how all of us can use a therapist outside of just having a mental illness. Nothing wrong with having a mental illness. Okay, I manage depression and anxiety personally myself. I take medication and go to therapy for that. Okay. So nothing wrong with that, but usually people they just suffer in silence because they're so afraid that somebody's going to tell them they have mental illness, which y'all, I promise y'all, it's okay. It really is. It really is. I get it's not easy to deal with, but it's a lot easier to deal with if you have help. If you have a treatment team, a psychiatrist, a therapist, a friend, someone, some sort of somebody, partner, whoever, if you have, at least that in place. And again, everybody who comes to therapy does not have a mental illness, so you may not need medicine. And a lot of us, I know myself personally, we don't do medication until we've absolutely exhausted every single option, or there's a safety or functionality issue. Like if they don't get something to help them get out of bed, then they're going to lose their job type stuff, So yeah, in severe cases, but a majority of who we get are not really in that severe of cases, as far as needing medication. And we're able to help them manage their mental health without medication and just therapy, because studies show us that therapy has a higher positive prognosis than medication alone, and a longer lasting good prognosis than medication alone. And medication paired with therapy is more kind of like a double stick of dynamite. If you need an extra little on top of your therapy, you need a little then that's what that's for. So yeah. So that's what we do. And so that's what we do here on Thursday nights, help educate. So if you could please share this live, if you would like to be an advocate for mental health and let people know that it's okay for them to take care of their mental health. If you will give us a share, please, to your page or any Facebook groups you're in, or if you want to just simply click the share button, click more options. You can copy the live link and you can paste it in somebody's DM, or you can paste it in a text, okay? So that people can know they have somewhere they can go for help. They don't have to suffer in silence, and they can also learn, some of the cool topics that we talk about. We've talked about everything over the years, guys. I've been doing this since April 2019. Yeah, so we talked about a lot of things together over the years. But we're going to keep doing it because, again, just last week I was on TikTok in somebody's live who had like millions and millions of followers, and this person had no clue what the word depression was, and they were an adult, like paying bills, like live on their own, and didn't know. So, it hurt my heart. It's like, man, there's a lot of therapists on TikTok, but I guess because I know where to find them. So if other folks don't know where to find them, I gotta go in there and I gotta help them find us. So that's what I do here. All right. So share. Thank you. But I do also, before we really get started, I do want to, hold on. Hold up, guys. I want to share my screen. Okay. What is this? Is this right? Oh, hold on, guys. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. Here go the. Yes, guys. So in September, for those of y'all that don't know, let me share my screen. Last year we did a wellness expo, and where we had last February, and I did it during Black History Month. Last year is when I did it. But we had a wellness expo, and the whole premise of the expo was this. We put mental health, wellness. I'm showing y'all. This is for this year. We put mental health. Wait a minute. Is it showing? Why isn't it showing? Okay. Show. What? Okay. Maybe I need to do it like this. Can I do it like this? Y'all, I'm sorry. I thought, okay, maybe no. Maybe I can't. Okay. Whatever. So what we did is we had like kind of like a spa setup, a kind of spa pop-up shop situation is what we did. So we had like our wellness vendors, spirituality vendors, health vendors. We had them all like set up pop-up shops. Then we also had like wellness services as well for people who wanted to get a massage, esthetician service, a 30-minute mental health consultation. We had Yanni Steams last year. So we're bringing it back, rolling that back, doing that this year as well. And so we want to have some of the same services, and we want to this time have it open to more of the community for our solopreneurs who engage in some sort of service or sell some sort of wellness product. So any type of health wellness thing, we want you. And so that we can offer that again. Everybody that came last year was like, oh my gosh, this was so great. It was so fun. We had DJ, we had drinks, we had food. We had, like I said, it was like pop-up shop vendors. We had service providers. It was a real cute situation. We had a 360 photo booth. It was cute. It was real cute. So we're trying to redo that again. And this time what we're going to do is the proceeds are going to go to the clients of our interns, our recent graduates who were just graduated from internship. Provide them with extended services. That's what the proceeds will go to, because our interns, they see clients for free because they can't charge while they're in school. But our interns are with us for a very long time. So the people that they have, have grown a relationship with them. And it could be traumatizing. I've actually met with somebody who was traumatized at their intern. Once their intern graduated, they had to leave the agency because they graduated and went on to, bigger and better things. So for our interns that want to stick around with Yellowbird because they love us so much and they want to be employed with us, and their clients really love them, and their clients, their clients didn't have to deal with the anxiety of, oh no, will I get to see my therapist? So we're going to, a lot of, and many of those people could not afford to pay for therapy on their own. So what we're doing this year with the Wellness Expo is flipping it into a charity. So all your contributions will go to those clients of ours in need of continued services with their interns. So that is what we're doing. And so I really, really would like if you would help us make this a great event, a successful event. Again, we've done it before and it was great. And because I now know what I was doing, because I've never seen anything like that before, I just made it up in my head and it came to life. I found out, what things I could do to make it better. And so I would really, really like for us to have a good turnout and be able to have those people continue their services, because my whole mission with Yellowbird is providing accessible mental health care to everyone, really, anyone. So we do have a new set of interns. We have 5, so plenty more interns. Do we have 5 or 6? 5 or 6, it's whatever, but we got plenty room for those of you that would like to get in on the next intern cohort and stick with, and 3 or 4 of those interns are going to be with us throughout their practicum internship. So that's a year or more. Okay. So they're going to be with us for a moment. So definitely this is what you see here. This is actually the participant flyer, and it is also on our page. So if you'll just click follow and click like on our page, Yellowbird Counseling, you'll see this. And you could share it. So like if you're at your doctor's office or somebody who owns a business and you say, hey, would you like to donate some sessions? You can also do that because we have a QR code where you can just pull it up on your phone and they can scan it and they can donate whatever their heart tells them to. Let me go. Hold on. Well, let's see. Can I go over? Go over. Hold on. Okay, so yes, there's that. And this is all on our page. I'm just showing it to y'all. There's our QR code for people if they just want to. So you can even take a screenshot if you want, or you could get it straight off our page so that, if a friend or family member, you yourself may want to donate, you can. Or if a business or hey, would you at least help somebody go to therapy? And they'll say, yeah, and they can just send whatever they feel like they want to send. There's no certain amount. So that's going to be part of that, if you can't make it type thing. But we would rather have you there if you can attend. But if you're a service provider, a service provider or a wellness, spirituality, or health vendor, then we have sponsorship packages available. And here you go. So you can really see it up close and in person. So it would be included with your sponsorship dollars. Or if somebody that would like to donate sponsorship dollars, this is what will be included in their tiers, their packages. So we had that last year and that was really great, and a lot of great support. So if you want to make a difference in someone's life, feel good about yourself, and you feel so inclined, there are several ways that you can either donate yourself, help us donate, or definitely we would want you to attend as somebody receiving the services so you can really just see how important it is to have total mind body wellness and just how you feel. Like the whole thing is we wanted people feeling good when they left. They done got their mental health kind of ironed out or know what direction they need to go in. They done had their massage, their steam, they had a little drink, some food, and they was leaving feeling good. And it ends early in the afternoon, so if you want to do something, slide over to something that evening, you got that option. So definitely it was a real cool situation, and I would like for us to really have a good turnout again with this. So yes, I'll leave it up so y'all can see, but again, it's on our page, so you can take a look and see what you might think you can do or to what capacity you might like to support. Okay, cool. So tonight I did want to kind of tie up the loose ends from the previous couple weeks. We talked last week about attachment styles with Kayla. Week before that, we talked about romantic identity. Meaning, are you monogamous or are you ethical non-monogamous? Okay, that's what we focused on. And I don't think Facebook liked that. I think we might have said the word sex too many times. I'm just like, what? Like, we literally are telling people how to be in healthy, ethical, non-monogamous relationships. Because everybody's not monogamous. I'm sorry to break it to you. Everyone's not. And I'm telling you that as a monogamous person, okay? Everybody ain't monogamous. And there's nothing wrong with that. That just means that you have more capacity. It's just like, kind of think of it like this. For those of y'all that are monogamous, think of it like this. If you can handle your romantic relationships like you handle friends, you don't have just one friend, do you? And you don't expect all your friends to serve you at the same capacity. It's the same thing just with romantic relationships, but there's different ways to do that. So Kristen talked about that. There's different types of ethical non-monogamy. The three that I know about personally is polyamory, where both sides of the relationship is open as far as one or both people could take on another partner or partners if they chose. Polygamy, which I'll be getting mixed up with polyamory. It's not the same. Polygamy is one man with several wives. Polyandry, one woman, several husbands, or male partners. So there's different levels, and then with each of those there's different subcategories. So we wanted you to be educated on that, and that's really what, if you are in a couple and you're having sexual difficulties in your partnership, or relational difficulties like that, like romantic identities aren't matching, that is who Kristen is taking now as far as couples. So if you're in that kind of situation where the sex or the intimacy is messed up or whatever, then Kristen is only taking those type of couples now. So if you know somebody or date, she only is taking that type of load now as far as couples is concerned. So definitely Kristen would be the one. Kayla, of course, taught us last week about attachment styles and how there's one secure attachment style and 3 insecure attachment styles. With the secure attachment, you can play well by yourself and with your partner. You know how to communicate well with your partner. You know how to express your feelings and emotions in an age-appropriate manner. So things along that line. Your emotional intelligence is a bit higher with the secure attachment type. But don't feel bad. Most of us is in the 75% that is in one of the 3 insecure attachment types. And Kayla gave us those. You got your anxious attachment type, where you might describe that as you feeling clingy or somebody clinging to you, like, oh my gosh, please don't leave me, like real scared of abandonment. Well, actually, avoidant and anxious are scared of abandonment. They just show it in different ways. But avoiders run like track stars. She's a runner, she's a track star. That's an avoidant. Okay. And then your anxious is like that guy, like, let me tell you something, let me tell you something, like that, like, don't leave me, oh my gosh, don't leave me, yeah, like, that's your anxious. And then you have your anxious avoidant. So sometimes, and that the way that has shown up in clients that I've seen is maybe they've been avoidant with friends and family, and then they've been anxious attached with their romantic partner. Or I've had clients who are avoidantly attached to their romantic partner and anxiously attached to friends and family. And usually that's a result of the inconsistency in the bonding that children had with their primary caregiver. So that's kind of what we talked about. So the past couple weeks. So I want to just focus more specifically on what it looks like as an individual for you to build those skills, the key skills of it, which would be the communication, the autonomy. Those were the two things that came up in both conversations: communication, autonomy, and boundaries. And so what is autonomy? Autonomy is individualism, okay? Having your own distinct identity, making your own decisions of your own accord. So doesn't mean that you are without needing any help. It just means that to the capacity that your person will allow, you are interested in making your own decisions. So, and we encourage that in therapy. We encourage client autonomy. So like, if I got a client that, especially with my African American clients, because we're very communal. So if a client says, hey, can I bring so-and-so to my session? Yeah, if that's your autonomy, that is your decision. And I can't decide if that's a safe person for you or not to have in your session. So if we've talked about safety, and we've talked about how you want the session to go with them in there, or if it's their first session, it's whatever. I ask those questions. I'm like, okay, to what extent do you want whoever they bring involved? I always have made that something my clients can feel comfortable to do. Okay, because I realize that there are relationships. I be bringing folks to the doctor with me. Ask Tyra B. I be bringing folks to the doctor with me. If I can get somebody to come with me, yes, because medical trauma is real. And so I'll be trying to bring somebody if I can get somebody to come, especially to like my lady appointments. I'll have somebody on the phone. I progress to having somebody on the phone. And not having to necessarily have them there in person. So I know how, if I'm like that, it's probably other people like that, especially with therapy, something that could be so intimate and talk about things that could be, sore still. So you might want somebody there. So as long as you're safe with it. So I do allow for that. Whatever your situation needs. I can't even remember where I was going with that, but I know I was talking about, with client autonomy. So that's their autonomy. That's their choice to make. If they need, have somebody they want to bring or not. And then, so you want to have that same autonomy operation in your relationship, no matter what it looks like. And no matter the type of relationship. There needs to be some level, of course, appropriate for the relationship type. And that's going to vary depending on if it's like a romantic relationship or if it's like a co-worker relationship or family relationship. It's going to, and your age, it's going to vary with a few, other nuanced factors. But in general, you want to have your level of autonomy in your relationships. Where do you stop? And where does the other party start? You want that to be distinct. But you can't, the thing is, you can't have that autonomy without knowing how to communicate and without knowing what your boundaries are. Okay. So that's kind of why I wanted to discuss the different relationship types, and so that you can reflect on yourself, and then discuss the attachment styles so that you can reflect on yourself. And maybe by this week, if you've been watching the previous weeks, then you're like, okay, I kind of know, like, communication, giving or receiving communication isn't really my thing. I get a lot of clients that say, I shut down. I hear that a lot. I shut down. Like that phrase, I shut down. If I had a quota for every time I heard I shut down, I would have a very full jar of quarters. Okay. Because we do, even anxious shut down. They may shut down because they froze, fight, flight, or freeze. But an avoider may run, as far as shutting down. They just, may physically mute up, So being able to identify for you, if you're that person, being able to identify what does it look like when I'm about to withdraw or mute up or freeze up. What is that? And a lot of my clients say, if somebody's yelling at me. That's why I know y'all don't be wanting to do gentle parenting. But if I had another jar with other quarters of how many times a client has told me they don't like folks yelling at them, I would have another jar full of quarters, okay? Because people don't like to be yelled at, and usually that started in childhood with their parental, whoever their parental figure was, whether it was grandma, granddad, mom, dad, older sister, auntie, whoever, foster, adopted. Kids, adults don't like it, but I wonder how much worse. Well, I wonder what it would be like an adult that was never yelled at as a kid. That I wonder would yelling impact them that much. I would be willing to bet no, but I don't like to give y'all absolutes without the research. So I'll look it up, so I can't give you an absolute, and look up the research on it. But if there is any, there may not, which is sad. A lot of subjects, I'm like, man, these are like, there's no research in a lot of things, and we need more research. So yes. We're like, okay, so you got to be the one to do the research. Fine. Which is cool, because I have very smart, big brain therapists at my practice who love to continue their education and study. So I got that on lock for y'all. But as of right now, I can't tell you specific numbers because I haven't read no peer-reviewed article. Okay, total transparency. But usually the origin of that yelling was a parental figure. And so yelling is just like, it's debilitating to hear. I try to understand that. It's not, I try to explain that it's not even about tone policing, and it gets a little hairy with us African-American women, because we tend to have a voice that carries a little bit more. Our voices are a bit stronger. Okay. So when we talk, it's a little bit more, it holds a little bit more sound wave on it. So that's just what it is. But people misinterpret that for yelling, and we're not yelling. We're just talking how we talk. Okay. We're not yelling. That's just how we talk. And when we're passionate, and we're a passionate culture of women, our voice may be a bit elevated. But there's still a difference between that and yelling. There is still a difference. I'm telling you, as a Black woman, There's still who has a elevated voice tone. I'm aware of it right now because I'm talking about it, but when I'm not aware of it, I'm talking with intensity and volume. Okay. So, but there's a difference between that and somebody yelling at you. And if your voice is raised and you're chastising someone with a raised voice and your intent is to chastise, you're probably yelling. It's probably a yelling. If you're passionately communicating a point, you're probably just passionately communicating a point. But if you intend to make some sort of correction or control somebody with your tone, you probably yelling, child. You probably yelling. Okay, so don't yell because it is very impactful for children. Okay, so that puts a big barrier in being able to communicate moving on in life because yelling is so impactful. So you at this point you probably know what kind of communicator are you, and I would challenge you to ask yourself, if you haven't asked yourself, do you shut down? And if you shut down, what does that shutdown look like? Does it look like she a runner, she a track star, or does it look like you freeze, like like freeze up? Does it look like that? And you would know that more if you were here last week listening to attachment styles. Or is it a mixture of both and just varies with different circumstances? Yes, for those of you that just joined, this over here or over there, this, I'm pointing to the wrong way. Okay. There. That there is the flyer for our second annual wellness expo. That is actually for the service. I'm sorry, for people that would like to purchase service tickets. But if you would like to be a vendor or a service provider, in-kind service provider, let's see how we can set you up. Wait a minute. Okay, let's set you up. Oh no, yeah. Wait a minute, no, I was showing y'all the right thing. Okay, hold on. So let me show y'all in order. Not the chair. So of course, just the date and time to save the date. But we're on to, if you would like to purchase, or if you would like to be a sponsor or in-kind provider, all in-kind service providers will get the gold, and they won't have to send sponsorship dollars for it, because they would be in-kind. But if you would rather make purchase sponsorships, you can. Here's that. If you want like vendor table, the vendor table experience, and it tells what everything has, when everything is. We will have food, music, drinks. Y'all love that here in Birmingham and in the South. And then maybe if you can't make it, I ran for my life. Let's see. If you can't make it, of course, here is the QR code for you to donate. Or if you know somebody who can't make it but would like to donate, and they're like, oh man, I'd like to donate, you could just whip this out on your phone and let them scan it, and then they can donate. It's that simple. Next year I might do a contest for that, but I don't know how I'd do it yet, but I'll know by then. And if you would like to be a participant and donate by your ticket purchase, you'll get to experience the Wellness Expo too. So here are participant tickets. So definitely click on the post on our page, and it has the Eventbrite, because both vendor and vendor and participants can purchase tickets there, or sponsors, vendors. I'm using those interchangeably because they're on the same flyer. But if you're a sponsor, a vendor, you can purchase your ticket there. And then for people that would like to attend the event, this is their ticket. They can purchase there. Okay, cool. Velvet Ball. So that's what that is. Please support us in our wellness event, as the proceeds will go to the clients that have been working with our recent graduates that are becoming licensed. We literally just finished their application stuff for them to become board licensed therapists, associates under my direct supervision, and their clients who did not have the means to afford sessions on their own. That's why they were seeing an intern in the first place. We want to be able to continue those services for those very same clients who may be in very similar financial situations. So, if it's on your heart, definitely. And even if you can't directly give, like I said, you can encourage someone else to give. You could put the word out. You could share. There's other things you could do besides give money. You could share. If there's somebody that you know that is looking for donation options, you could bring up that QR code for them to donate. There's several things you can do. And if you want to come, you can. And if you want to bring your friends and family, you can. You can do that. And then know that you'll be having a good time and the proceeds are going to a good cause. Yeah. So I'll keep it up. But yeah. So with the communication, it's very important to identify which are you. Are you a runner? You're a freezer? And then that be the thing you talk about in therapy. Okay. So that's for if you are receiving. Now, giving can be the same way. You could freeze when giving. You could run track star when giving communication as well. So, from both ends. So if you're noticing a barrier in your communication and you don't feel as though you're communicating to the best of your abilities, then definitely that's a reason to seek therapy. And that does not mean you have a mental illness, especially in the Black community. It definitely doesn't mean you have a mental illness. It means that you are a product of your Black environment, because being silenced has been passed down from our oppressor down through our family and generational trauma of being silenced. So if you've been silenced most of your life, then communicating your emotions is kind of like a big thing. You're going to have to grow into it. It ain't happening overnight. So, and that's okay. Because again, 75% of us are in these insecure attachment types. So that means only 25% of the population is Zen even. All right. So, and I don't know none of them folks. I don't know them because I know the 75%. Okay. Now with boundaries. Boundaries are very important. They can have some general attributes to them as far as across relationship types, but it's very, very important that you notate what your boundaries are. And a lot of, even boundaries, that's not a concept that has ever been really okay for people. The whole concept of boundaries has a negative stigma on itself. Because if you put up boundaries, oh, you being selfish, oh, you weaponizing, oh, la, people get chastised for it. But boundaries really are, I was telling this to one of my clients today, boundaries not only protect you, it protects them. If you have to tell somebody no, it's for their protection too. Because you're not saying yes in a comfortable place. You're not saying yes in a place where you feel completely safe to say yes. So for whatever reason, you don't feel completely confident about your yes, you should say no, because if you say yes to something you really don't want to do, it probably isn't going to turn out right. So start thinking of no like that. Like, if I say yes, it may not turn out right when I could have just said no, and maybe their feelings would have been hurt, but it turned out a lot better. Okay. And I know, again, that takes a lot of self-discovery to be able to get there. So that's another thing. If you're having issues saying no, that's something you can see one of us about, and we can help you with that. Okay. Because it is a journey to know. It's a journey, and sometimes it could be a long journey, just depending on what your past has been like and your upbringing. So that's the communication side of things, the autonomy side of things, the boundary building. So with boundaries, definitely you want to be sure that you know what, again, where you start and where the other person stops. So and some people, again, aren't familiar with what does that look like and what's okay. Y'all can ask questions too. If you have questions, please ask them in the comments. We're talking about the building blocks of relationships, any type of relationships. And the building blocks we're going over is communication, autonomy, and we're on boundaries now. So with boundaries, the way I have my clients, I break it down for them so that they can kind of digest the idea of boundaries. Making a list of every single thing that they would want in their most perfect person, in whatever that role is. So if it's their most perfect coworker, boss, boyfriend, girlfriend, family member, whatever, their most perfect they, them, what does that person look like in and of their self? If you could rub a lamp and genie come out and ask you to build, and you could wish for a perfect person. The second list, if you rub that very same lamp and ask for your second wish for that most perfect person to treat you in the most perfect way possible. Okay. And y'all are probably like, that sounds, listen, let me finish. It's 3 parts. Okay. So first part, most perfect person, down to the T, down to what, if you want to do down to eye color, skin color, you can do all that if you want to. And then that second wish would be, how would that most perfect person treat you? Now we're going to draw all that into reality. And how do we do that? Next to both, like so ideally, you would want that list to be, if you could write it. Mine is literally on this size of paper, my own personal list. And this side is the most perfect person, and that side is the most perfect way they treat you. So next to each item on both lists, so just for the sake of the example, you have 20 items on both lists. So next to each of them 20 items, total of 40 items with 2 different lists, you will write negotiable or non-negotiable next to those items. Now, I do notice that as my adults, they have way more non-negotiables, which that makes sense, because at a certain point in life, you just kind of know what you want and what you don't want, and you're pretty sure about that. Now, my teenagers and my younger adults, they're like, they have about half and half, because they're not really sure yet. They're still experienced in life. And I mean, everybody's still experienced in life, but just there's some things that a 35-year-old is going to not settle for that a 15-year-old might. You know what I'm saying? Because they're 15. So they don't know. They don't know any different than what their 15 years have shown them. So definitely you want to do that, and you want to be able to verbalize that. And people will tell me they're doing homework assignments in their head. And I'm like, well, there's a reason I tell you to write it out. And it's not just to be cliche. There's studies that show that when you're learning something and when you're taking in new information, to write it down helps you to retain that information longer. So it's a method to the madness always. It's not just to have you do something that's pointless, because people don't spend their insurance dollars to come and get pointless help from us. And so I would like to keep our clients, and I would like them to refer. So I make sure that all of our clients to the best of my ability, now get what they need. I ask them quarterly, hey, are you comfortable? Like, are you getting what you need? I want to be sure. Because if you're not, let's see if we can do something about it. Because this is not an easy journey. And people say, oh, therapy is for weak people. No, it's not. It takes a boss ass to want to look at themselves in the mirror and want to work on what they see. Or it takes a boss ass to work on the damage others may have caused them, and that they may be perpetuating in their own behavior because they have been traumatized. That is a lot of boss. Like that's not easy. Like Prodigy said it best. Therapy is gangster. Prodigy said it best, you know. So to be able to participate in that self-growth, it takes somebody who's like gotta have their big person undies on. Yes, big undies. All right. You gotta have on your big undies. But yes, like I was saying, we are looking to kick off our second annual Wellness Expo on Saturday, September 16th from 12 to 4 p.m. We will be offering wellness services such as mental health consults, massages, esthetician, yoni, all that kind of stuff, and any type of spirituality vendors. So, you know, anybody that is just into different spiritual practices that bring wellness. That is because, you know, us as BIPOC people, we see many things contributing to our wellness. And it's not just for BIPOC folks. We have opened it up to the non-BIPOC folks to participate, pay, and join if they feel like they have something to add. We have opened it up to them. So I'm giving y'all the opportunity if you are Black or Indigenous person of color. So yeah, there's several ways. Just look at and if you're in our text community, you probably got all of it in one spot. There was the link to the post, the flyer. I need to send out this one, but the vendor and sponsorship flyer. But you can go to our page right here, yellowbirdcounseling.com. Give us a like, give us a follow, okay? And then you can look at the details there. Click on the Eventbrite link. Or you can share it. Again, you can share the link with somebody who you think might be interested. So, yes, and definitely you can message me about any questions you may have at therapy@yellowbirdcounseling.com, which those details are also in the caption of the post. My email is in the caption. So, yeah, you can just take a look there. Also, y'all, listen. I am trying to build up my platform on TikTok so that I thought I couldn't go live because I had less than 1,000. I think I can go live on other people's stuff. I can't go live on my own stuff yet. So if you can follow me on there, it's that therapist one, _therapist1 on TikTok, because I am trying to go live on TikTok because, again, there's so many people over there that don't know what mental health really is. And it's very sad. Okay, so let me look at some of what y'all put in the comments to attend this event. Like, are kids allowed? So kids are not allowed, but it's not necessarily geared towards really young kids. Yeah, it's not for kids, but it's more so geared towards probably 18 and older. Well, really 21 and older if there's going to be alcohol. So, yeah. But I know you don't have to have your kids drinking. It's not like there's not restaurants that have alcohol and kids just don't drink it. Yeah, the sweet tea party. Y'all, did y'all see you can have chairs and therapy shirt On ybcbrand.com, we have the You Can Have Chairs in Therapy shirt. Shrugs. Like, you can have chairs in therapy. Jakia said, you really can. You really can, and you really need to. I support. I said what I said. But yeah, we got it. You Can Have Chairs in Therapy. We got it in black, white, and yellow. So y'all can go to ybcbrand.com. Take a look at that if you're interested. Okay. Any questions though about boundaries, communication, or autonomy, the building blocks of healthy, melding your mental health with your relationships. And these are areas that you want to consider in all relationships, not just romantic. So, kind of questions y'all got? And no, if you know, I did not forget you. Okay? If you don't know, you're going to want to text the word live to this number I'm about to put up on the banner. Hold on. Come on, girly. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I should have had. Okay, here we go. Bing. So look, listen. If you can't quite write it down right now, this is a perfect screenshot to take. Because not only do we have information about the Wellness Expo on this particular screenshot, we also have, if you're looking for therapy, this is what you got to do. Just text the word new to this number. So you can literally just take a screenshot of this screen, and you have all the information you need to give to somebody or for yourself. Okay. It'll guide you to us, and you can check us out. Oh no, I didn't mean for the comments to go away. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I be trying to share with y'all, and I wanted to just have y'all to myself this evening, because I've been bringing on my very special guest. Yeah, they do roll around quick, don't they? I be thinking that too, Danielle. I be like, dang, it is Thursday again. Whoo! Oh yeah. Okay, so all right, y'all. So definitely take a screenshot. This perfect screenshot. You can share it with whoever. Friends, family, coworker. Be thinking of at least one family member, one coworker, maybe a business partner you could share this with to get the word out, whether if they need therapy or if they would like to sponsor this event or attend this event or participate in this event. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to get the word out. All right. But if you know, you do know. So let me tell y'all what y'all missed. And if you don't know, then you would want to text the word live to this number. You want to text the word live, okay? If you don't know. Because we are doing our Cash App giveaway with my new hair. Perfect. So we're going to do our Cash App giveaway. Let us see what that. Yes, I like Therapeutic Thursdays. I like that. It's your therapeutic Thursday. Appreciate it. I like that. All right. So remember, you will have to have shared. Y'all know what the deal is. You share this live publicly. Y'all know y'all had to have done that. So I'm going to give you your name and your number. I'll call your name and your number twice. Okay, so get your ears ready. Turn on your ears. Okay. All right. So Shauna Elise is number 1. Shauna Elise is number 1. Sharon Gray is number 2. Sharon Gray is number 2. Amara Samuel is number 3. Amara Samuel is number 3. L Love is number 4. L Love is number 4. Alexis Carl is number 5. Alexis Carl is number 5. Tanya Betts is number 6. I'm sorry, Toya. Sorry, Toya Betts is number 6. Toya Betts is number 6. I was like, that didn't sound right. Tanya Betts, that didn't sound right. Ariel Joyce is number 7. Ariel Joyce is number 7. Danielle Winston is number 8. Danielle Winston is number 8. Christy Davis is number 9. Christy Davis is number 9. Saniqua Burton is number 10. Saniqua Burton is number 10. Kay Candles is number 11. Kay Candles is number 11. Tanea Keller is number 12. Tanea Keller is number 12. Danielle Robinson is number 13. Danielle Robinson is number 13. And I think that's what we got. Cool. All right. Now y'all know I got to put the wheel up. I got to put up the wheel. Wheel. So let's put up the wheel. I'm trying not to have my face all in it. I need some new glasses, y'all. I'm going to get them this weekend. I'm going to sit down and pick me some frames out. That's all I got to do. Just pick the frames out. I already have my eyes in, all that. All right. So let me share now, because y'all know I like to share from the very beginning. I like to share from the beginning. All right. Cool. All right. So view this tab. Okay. I think that's right. Okay. Random number wheel generator. See, so y'all know this is completely unplanned. Completely. All right. And then it'll say share this tab instead. Perfect. So we got an empty wheel. Okay, it's not empty, but we got 13. So we're going to put 13. We're going to put 1 for the minimum. And we're going to put 13 for the maximum. And then we're going to do a spin and we're going to do a drum roll. So y'all ready? Let's spin. I just screamed with number 11. We won number 11. We won. Who was that? Now, I definitely don't remember who number 11 was. That was kind of almost in the middle. 11. Who is it? Who is 11? Who won? Who won? Y'all give 11 a congratulations. Yay, Kay Candles. Is this your second time? Yay, Kay Candles. Is this your second time? $100 Cash App giveaway. Let me see. Pay. Yes. Okay. All right. Let me, because I was like, you gotta your Cash App gotta be in here because you didn't won before. Let me hold on. Okay. There we go. There. Case, candles, and more. I love it. Congratulations from Yellow Bird Counseling. All right. Cool. And then I gotta show it. I gotta show y'all so y'all know. Yay! Hold on, let me unshare screen. Okay. Perfect. So yes. Thank y'all. Congratulations. Did you get it? Did it come through yet? Tell us when it came through. Got it. Yay. Perfect. We're glad you got it. Y'all, please go to our page, click share, click follow, and scroll down and look at the details for the Wellness Expo. Because I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited for its purpose and to make that a part of our internship program, so that will make it an annual event. So please take a look at it. Wellness products, wellness services, spirituality, health, all of that can positively contribute to body, mind, spirit. We want all that contribution. So definitely take a look. Send it in your entrepreneur groups. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your business partners. Let's see you there. All right. And I will catch you guys next Thursday with a new month of topics. Y'all be safe and stay cool. I think the heat might be maybe possibly starting to break. I don't know, but just stay hydrated. How about that? Love y'all. Have a good one.